Valley of Tax. This is a map with a pretty simplistic art style, but somehow looks really, really oddly satisfying. And now let me jump into a game and enhance, and the animations honestly make it look even cooler. First off, let's take a look at how the balloons travel. So they come out from 2 different lanes of this map. And it looks like each side takes 1 loop around each of the bends before exiting. So I think it'd be a fun idea to try to beat chimps to this map, maybe even go beyond that, while dropping each Tack Shooter in their respective spots. So that is Inferno Ring here, Tack Zone here, Super Maelstrom here. Now before that, I just want to take some time to browse some of the more popular maps in the map editor, since it's been a while since I last showcased, the interesting creations people have made. This is just one of the ones I had to show. So the Trolley Problem BT6, but they actually added animated monkeys on, like, glued to the track. Or elves, betrayed by Spider-Man, apparently. But anyways, the $1 million question, do we save these 4 elves, but then we sacrifice this one, or do we just leave it be? Here's another map that makes fun of the popular maps. Chomper will save your eyes from these monstrosities of maps. Because by now, if you browse the most liked map editor, you'll see a very common theme. Just green maps with just track on them. Like if we sort by the last month most liked, how accurate is that map? Well, certainly quite accurate once we get to here. And here. Yep, that's map editor in a nutshell, but still quite a lot of gems up here at the very top, let me just say. Anyways, all eyes back in the challenge now. So, I'm not gonna put the tax in the middle because if you haven't known already, putting tax on the right below the track is always the best idea because the hitbox is, will get as close to the track as possible. Also, looks like a tack start cannot work in this map. Maybe we'll try double tack instead, just to spread the towers apart. So whatever this one misses, this one will get. Still missed one. Okay, let me redo this again, and works this time. Cool. So it's gonna be a pretty casual run in that we're just gonna go for the axis of tack in this game, and then just see how long they survive if we, I guess, keep them as our main DPS. So after that, after we get all axis attack, we'll just buff each one. If I had it my way, I obviously would have put all the techs together, because right now, if I want to give, like, primary training buffs, I'm going to get, like, what, 2 villages? Probably 3. Also, what's unfortunate for the Blade Maelstrom spot is that we can't have it similar to where those 2 are, actually. Maybe I shouldn't have put the Ring of Fire Inferno Ring that high up, because it doesn't matter, since, like, once you get to Tier 5, it no longer shoots that attack that we know of. The attack where it being right below the track would be worth it, but oh well. It's there for the early game, if you think about it that way. Also, the more I look at this map in-game, the more I love it. There's just a lot of mini details that are just somewhat satisfying. So, for example, this pigeon laying on top of the track, they do now add interactive birds, interactive pets, so you can just click on them and fly away. Just as if it was a real map. Slowly but surely, Ninja Kiwi is going to hand off all the map-making, like, capabilities to the community, so they no longer have to make the maps, the official maps, that is. On top of that, there's, like, grinding effects on, like, the Blade Shooter's Blade Maelstrom side. Makes sense. And then, of course, the Fiery Fire. Also, I'm really stupid, and I bought 101 of this one, so I'm gonna just restart. This restart's also a good time to remember that the correct cross path of the blade is bottom path, so that the Maelstrom duration lasts a lot longer. As for the Inferno Ring, I think I already had it at the right cross path before. That is 502, because we're already gonna get pierced with the Primary Manta Ring, so we probably want more meteor damage, and thus stronger mob damage. Alright, now one problem with this map is, as you see, lead balloons, because they come from 2 different lanes. So while this map may look pretty long and thus pretty easy, there definitely is some added difficulty because of that. I think I'll just spike. Sure. Don't want to give too many of them, like, huge advantages over the other right now. Oh, and if, like, a village could thread the needle here, I definitely could have gone away with only 2 villages, but now I think I have to drop all 3 of them. This is so sad. I don't think I can possibly keep them really all even. I'm gonna have to at least give camo to one of them, being this one for now. Probably outbuff one of these things so I can give him lead popping. And I mean, if I had to outbuff one of them, it would have to be the middle one, right? The tack zone is kind of like the needy child of the 3. Requires the most attention, aka the most buffs, in order to do anything at all. Meanwhile, Inferno Ring is probably the independent child. It's the eldest of the bunch. It doesn't need any help whatsoever. Also, I was trying to thread the needle with a village here and give it a range so that could affect 2 at once, but I don't think we're gonna make it, right? Yeah, nah. I also don't know if I budgeted enough money for this round, but we will see, because I wasted a lot of it on villages. So come on. Overdrive cleanup for the Tack. And beautiful. And now let's go for Ring of Fire, and then Blade Maelstrom to finish off the axis of Tier 4 Tack. And also the up buff here, just to help out for 47. I'd say right now we have the bottom path covered better than the top path, although right now both are looking pretty good. The important thing is that the Tack is at the back for the bottom path, so it cleans up any of the balloons. Meanwhile, the mobs come first, and this thing isn't really great at mob popping per se. But I guess that's fine, because the map is pretty long each way. So if this was like a real map out of the game, for example, it'd probably be a beginner map. Maybe a middle of the pack beginner. Just the main difficulty being, 2 different pads being at 2 different spots. So, yeah. We got our first Tier 5 now, by the way. I guess I'll just go ahead and use it whenever. Because the uptime is pretty long, and the map is pretty long, that I'll have it up for when we need it. And now for Tack Zone, 2 out of 3 complete. I'll just keep on giving camo pots to this one, because I accidentally went for the discount, in hopes this would reach both. But yeah, alas, that didn't happen. So I'm pretty sure I can save straight to Inferno Ring right now, as long as I time my abilities carefully. Although I will say, things might be a little bit sketchy when my mail is off cooldown for, like, balloons on this side. Until I give Tack Zone more buffs. Again, I can still use a lot of Geraldo items. I guess left side too, because I only have Ring of Fire. See? Leakin and Dead already. So here's what I think we need. Just a Sharpening Stone and a Tier 4 Alp buff. 420, sure. And that's all for now. And how are we now for Fortified? I think Tack Zone getting +1 damage pretty much annihilates F Ceram, so that's good. Yep, Tack Zone carrying all. It would have been an easier build if I skipped the Maelstrom and went for the Inferno Ring immediately, and not that it matters anymore, though. There it is. It's so unsatisfying having it not shoot in the perfect circle, so I'm gonna give this one the range buffs next. So at minimum, this, and I actually probably should put the Alchemist here, but that's alright. We'll give it its own Tier 4 Alp buff. Actually, what I think I'll do is, I'll even put the, I'll still put the Alch in here, just so that, like, some AMD shots land on the Tack Zone, because that benefits the Tack Zone more than it benefits the Inferno Ring. Just for those who don't know, Extended Mixture Dip is random. It'll throw its potion to anything within range, meanwhile the Alp buff goes to whatever's closest. Just think about the little things, that's all. I'm also gonna get started on Call to Arms / Homeland, because I guess that would be good, considering that that's probably better than overclocking each individual Tack, although I probably wouldn't overclock the Super Maelstrom. It shouldn't be surprising news to any of you at this point that, yes, of all 3 Tacks in general, Super Maelstrom is the weakest in Chimps mode. Not only because it's the cheapest, but the fact that it just doesn't scale at all into late game, and there just aren't enough balloons in normal rounds to actually make its pierce worthwhile. I guess I'll give each of it its primary mentoring before going for Call to Arms, just so get a little bit of cooldown reduction, among other things. 98 right now is a piece of cake, and it didn't take long. Even though we got Inferno Ring last, it is just absolutely destroying hop count-wise. Again, unsurprisingly. And round 100 here should be easy. Doesn't even get past 1 bend before we take it down. Nice. On to free play we go. DTs here look really scary. It's actually hard to tell if a DT is leaking or not. But I think with Call to Arms, hold on, if we get the Homeland, that would be amazing. If I let anything get past this attack, like that for example, then that's trouble, because you see how weak. This thing does nothing against Super Ceramics. It's kind of sad. I know I could still give Alp buff to it, but it just isn't worth it, I don't think. Like, I guess if we're focusing on surviving, then the play would be, yes, to get overclock, but not overclock this one. Overclock the other 2, though, for sure. So sadly, the Super Maelstrom is kind of like the neglected sibling. It's not gonna get any buffs whatsoever, because it's the worst. It's just the least useful one. Alright, one more go at this. So you see that we already have the Sharpening Stone on the Tack Zone. Need the Called Arms, so that we don't have to rely on the Super Maelstrom. And that should do, right? Yep. Only on the bottom side now. And just like that, there it is. Homeland has been afforded. Even with Homeland, though, it's still very important to time our ability, so let's see. If we can get everything on the top side beaten before the Homeland times out, then perfect. And I think we did. I'm gonna slowly build my overclock now. And we need Inferno and clutch up on the left side. Nice. Alright, unfortunately, DTs instantly. I'm probably dead. Surmosum saved me. Got Homeland. And somehow we make it out of this round. Okay, there's overclock. And obviously, I'd overclock the Inferno rank, because buffing a, 50k tower is better than a 25k. Even if that one is, like, superior at, like, single target. Or better with buffs. Okay, we got double overclock now, so this round should be fine. Even without cooldowns, right? Got scary. I saw some Bloons definitely getting to where the S-mail is. And I will just Homeland this part. And hopefully we beat 117 first try. Otherwise, I don't have Homeland. But we should be fine here. Nice, nice. But unfortunately not fine here for all these TTCs with no Homeland, right? Yeah, barely. Barely not enough. I guess that's where the Sharpening Stone refresh and the Camel Pot makes a difference. +1 mob damage. 2 DDTs makes a huge difference on attack zone. Also, I probably should just do this too, to increase the range in the Inferno Ring. Now it is pretty close, if not completely encapsulates this entire circle. And now can we tackle the bad from many different directions? I think I'm gonna hold on to my Homeland, just so we have it right on top of the bad before using it. At least all of them are as close as possible. So how about, I'd say now is good. Duration's pretty long. Let's refresh overclock on this guy here. 2 out of 3. And 3 out of 3 right here. Nice. Actually, a couple cerams leaking. Barely had the S-mail up in time. And now that I got Call to Arms, I think that's almost all the buffs that I want or need for the rest of the game. The rest of the game being, I guess, around 140. If we can beat that round with the F-Bad, then I consider myself satisfied with this run. I think now, in order to achieve that goal, because we keep dying to the damn fortified cerams on that side, I'm gonna deviate away from just pure buffs. As in, let's go for an embrittlement for attack zone, yes. Spoiling the middle child once more. I mean, it's hard to not go for it when you've already got almost everything you need, right? Unfortunately, now we're dying to the bottom side. Somehow. Okay, now it should be better hope I staggered abilities a little bit differently. Perfect. 10 more rounds to go. There is embrittlement. Probably not enough money in the next 10 rounds for, Super Brittle, but the +1 should be a huge help regardless. And while we're on the topic of plus damage givers, I probably should have just gone for a Glue Storm, because that would actually help out our poor Super Maelstrom over here. Yeah, we'll definitely give it a little bit of love soon, if I can, save up 15k, because this round here is looking, I don't know if we can beat it. So many space fortified ZMGs. Our worst nightmare, luckily. I have one of these coming right up. And an overclock again to refresh. And Call to Arms. And now we're one round closer. Okay, hold up. I think we reached a little bit of a dead end, sadly. Lots of fortified DTs this round, but no cooldowns. I guess here's probably a good opportunity to whip out the, Reju Potion if we need it. Let me just see if we can hang on for just a couple of seconds, though. Like, even if we beat all the FDTs here, we have got many FZMDs to worry about, so this is gonna be tricky. So for starters, we should definitely rejuve now, so that when Called Arms times out, we Homeland instantly. In fact, we'll even use an overclock on the Maelstrom, because we have so many extra to work with. And now that the Homeland times out here, I have to refresh with another Homeland, right? So use my last rejuve. Just watch it carefully. Yep, they're turning the bend. I gotta use it. Even then, I still might be dead. Yep, if I didn't blow all my rejuves that last round, I don't think I could have done it. So I'm gonna hope I don't need it for the next couple rounds. I think 130 is probably dead because I don't have cooldowns. I had to use it for 137. It was simply too hard. Well, let's see though. No Homeland, no Called Arms, no rejuves. Well, I have one up in 3 seconds, but I'm dead. Good try, but I think we're gonna need just a little bit of help to finish this off with... Actually, how about a Relentless Glue instead? I technically didn't forget about it. I was trying to prioritize, hero buffs first, but we should just add some support at this point. And that should help immensely, especially with Homeland now. Yep, Homeland and Overclock on the attack zone equals instant death to all DDTs. We got this now. And now we shall try to save every cooldown possible for the final, round 140. I probably should have saved my Homeland, actually, like for right here. But that's alright. We got maximum damage coming in right now. with the tax zone, but is that gonna be enough? It is not. Technically cheating with the genie bottle, but whatever. Last try for real. Everything at once. Maybe the extra 10k damage will help. Probably will help. But after that, that is all I can do. And nope, we are still a good amount of HP short. Good try, good try. Overall, let's check the pops of each tack. 12 million, 7, and 2. Again, always fun to try out fresh, exciting player-made maps. If you have any that you want me to check out, then maybe let me know down below. That's it for now. See ya.